Yo, what's going on everybody? Today I'm going to be bringing you the Easter egg boss fight on the new map Maured or Toten. Just like the previous video, this one is with my friend Disciple8. Once again, I will have his link in the description. You should go check him out. He streams zombies very frequently, like almost daily I would say, so definitely go check him out if you haven't already. Now, for the boss fight itself, you can see here, there is like a little shield you have to shoot off, and then you start shooting at her, and that takes off her actual health meter. This boss fight, definitely, in my opinion, was not only the most fun Easter egg to do, but it's also the hardest boss fight in the game so far. I don't think it's unnecessarily hard, like we got it first try, but just comparing it to the other two Easter eggs, I think this one is harder. At the end, when we kill the boss and then we finish the Easter egg, I'm not going to show the entire cutscene, and I cut out like one step of the fight, only because if I uploaded all that raw footage, this video would be like 25 minutes long, and I don't like to upload videos that long on my channel. At the moment, my highest round on this map is 62. I did that running around like this little tank area on the street. I think it's called West Berlin is the location, but I eventually died to the super sprinters, so I'm going to try to get to round 100, but I don't know when that will happen. There's a couple different strategies I can use to go to round 100. I've been watching some people's videos and their setups and guides to do it. I just have yet to pick the one that's going to work the best for me. One thing I can say though is the Cerberus Wonder Weapon, wow, is it a blast to use. Not only is it like very good and powerful, but it's also just like a fun weapon to pick up. And if you don't know yet, if you haven't played or you just haven't picked them up, when you kill zombies with the Cerberus or like the CBRS, every once in a while they will drop like a mod on the ground. You probably will be able to see some in the gameplay here. It just looks like a little yellow thing on the ground, and you pick it up and it's like a different type of ammo and shooting for the Wonder Weapon. So that's really cool because it gives you variety throughout the entire match you're playing. When it comes to the boss fight, at certain points you will get Valentina's health low enough where it will trigger her to move to another location, and you can either follow her straight there, or I think you have time to like go get armor and maybe craft something, but eventually it will teleport you to her location to like force you to keep moving on the boss fight. In regards to the boss fight, I don't really have new ideas or strategies that are game changing that you probably haven't heard before. I would just recommend you run Ring of Fire. If you're not going to run that, I would run Healer to help your teammate get up, but I personally use Ring of Fire, and then you obviously need to have the Wonder Weapon. I wouldn't even attempt this without it. You could probably get away with just using the ray gun, but I don't like doing that because whenever I do the Easter egg, I want to use the Wonder Weapon for that map when I'm doing it. Like when I did the Die Machine one, I had the Shockwave, and when I did the Firebase Z one, I had the Ray K. So it just feels nice to use like that map's Wonder Weapon. As far as equipments go, like lethals and tacticals, I would either run the Gersh devices. That's not what they're called, but that's what I call them. They're like the purple grenades that you can pick up at a bench for 2,000 salvage. Or if you're not going to run those, I would run stims like I'm running here, because I actually did use them a few times when my health was pretty low, and I would say it saved my life. Now, in terms of how long this boss fight is, it took Diz and I 17 minutes to do the boss fight, which to me seems like a pretty long time. Obviously, you're enjoying yourself and you're having a blast, but even when I was doing the boss fight in my head, I knew this had probably would be the longest one in the game, because the other ones do not take that long. Accomplishing this makes me very excited though, because now at this point I can say I have been at least to round 50 or higher and completed the Easter egg on all 3 maps that have come out. So, and I'm pretty confident I can say I'll get that done with the 4th map. I mean, anything can happen and maybe I don't, but this is the 3rd map I've done, and honestly, I didn't even do the Easter eggs when they first came out for the other maps, so I've done every Easter egg in this game within like the past 14 days. Here you can see we are going to be finishing up the fight, and we are going to take out all of Valentina's health, and then at that point it triggers a little cutscene. I will show you this because it's sort of like a cutscene, and then you have a little bit more to go, and then there's the major cutscene. So I don't show the huge one, but you can see you go up to Valentina. When you take all of her health, she gets like knocked down, and then you have to walk up to her and you hold square and it like captures her, and then you start this cutscene. I'm not going to show the whole thing like I said because this video is insanely long. I'm just going to talk over this, but I wanted to show you guys this part because you're not technically done yet. Even when you get to this part, you can still fail. But you capture her, you put her in like this machine, you zap her, and then it puts her in, I think it takes like the energy and it puts it into like the vials or those like tubes right there, and then you can see Klaus, the robot that you like assemble and helps you throughout the game. He's gonna come and pick him up, and then he like walks them into this portal, and you have to defend him so he doesn't die. So like I said, most enjoyable Easter eggs so far that's come out. Most difficult, I would say. Again, it is not insanely hard, but just compared to the other ones that exist, I would call this the most difficult one. And I don't think I'm just calling it the most fun because I just did it. I truly believe if you were to ask me in like 4 months my opinion, I still think this one would be the most enjoyable, because the Orda boss fight, like the Easter egg on Firebase Z, it literally took us like less than a minute, or like a minute and 2 seconds, and that's kind of like anticlimactic. But the Die Machine one, that one was pretty, like, it was lengthy, not insanely long, but definitely longer than a minute, and then you had to exfil, so that was pretty cool. But in my opinion, this is definitely the best one they have released so far, and I hope the 4th one is just as exciting as this is. So now I'm going to say the usual stuff, you know the drill. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. I really appreciate it. I've been growing pretty slowly, but that's also my own fault because I haven't been super consistent with uploads recently. I plan to change that. This is my 2nd video in like 2 or 3 days, and I literally have footage already on my computer for like 3 more videos, so I will be more consistent. Thank you all for watching. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below.